Now, after completion of thyroid cartilage and epiglottis, let's talk regarding cricoid cartilage. The cricoid cartilage is the only cartilage in the larynx which forms a complete ring around the larynx. Because this cricoid cartilage is the lowest cartilage in the larynx, and that's why it is also called as foundation stone of the larynx. This cricoid cartilage lies at the level of the C6 vertebrae. It has one anterior arch, it is very narrow, and one posterior lamina, which is broad. This anterior arch having one upper border, one lower border, one outer surface, and one inner surface. When we see the anterior arch in the superior view of the cricoid cartilage, we can easily appreciate there is one inner lip and one outer lip in the upper border of anterior arch. This outer lip of the anterior arch of the cricoid cartilage gives attachment to one muscle, and that is extending from the cricoid cartilage to the arytenoid cartilage, and this muscle is called as lateral cricoarytenoideus muscle. So this muscle, which is arising from the uh, outer lip of the upper border of the anterior arch, and it passes upward, backward, and laterally, and it is going to attach over the anterior surface of the muscular process of the arytenoid cartilage, and this muscle it is called as lateral cricoarytenoideus muscle. At the junction between this anterior arch and posterior arch, there is one joint, and that is the cricothyroid joint. And this lateral cricoarytenoideus muscle, it passes beneath the thyroid lamina. Now the inner lip of the anterior arch of the cricoid cartilage gives attachment to one very important membrane, and that is the fibroelastic cricovocal membrane. So this is the cricovocal membrane. Cricovocal membrane extends from this conus elasticus to the arytenoid cartilage. So this is the arytenoid cartilage, and it passes upward, and the upper free margin of this cricovocal membrane, it is vocal ligament. And when this vocal ligament it is covered with the mucous membrane, it is called as vocal fold. This vocal ligament extends from the posterior part of the thyroid angle to the vocal process of the arytenoid cartilage. Now this lower border of the anterior arch gives attachment to this ligament, and this ligament is the cricotracheal ligament. Now the outer surface of this anterior lamina gives attachment to two muscles, and one of them it passes from the cricoid cartilage to the lower border of the thyroid lamina. It is called as the cricothyroid muscle. And the other muscle it is attached at the outer surface of the anterior arch, and that muscle it is the cricopharyngeus part of the inferior constrictor of the pharynx. The inner surface of the anterior lamina, so this is the inner surface of the anterior lamina, it is going to form the part of the laryngeal cavity, and it is lined by the respiratory epithelium, which is pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Now the posterior lamina having one upper border, one lower border, one anterior surface, and one posterior surface. So the posterior surface of the thyroid lamina gives attachment to one muscle on each side, and that muscle it passes from the posterior surface of the lamina of the cricoid cartilage, passes upward and going to attach with the posterior surface of the muscular process of this arytenoid cartilage, and this muscle is called as posterior cricoarytenoid muscle. And in between the bilateral attachment of the posterior cricoarytenoid muscle, there is tendon of esophagus is attached within the midline, and this tendon of esophagus it is formed by the outer longitudinal muscle coat of the esophagus. And all this structure, they are covered with the stratified squamous epithelium, which is going to form the part of the laryngopharynx. This upper border of the cricoid lamina having one articular facet for the attachment of the base of the arytenoid cartilage, and this articulation it is called as cricoarytenoid joint, which is a plain synovial variety of the joint. The lower border of this cricoid lamina gives attachment to trachealis muscle. This inner surface of the cricoid lamina, it is going to form the part of the laryngeal cavity, and it is also lined by the respiratory epithelium, which is pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium.